Hello and welcome to The Window. Ben Jacobs with you. I'm live from the home. Lots to get through. Let's start with a couple of done deals for Manchester United. Andre Santos currently formalising his move, £48 million, £2 million in add-ons from Chelsea, and the medical is underway as I speak. It may even all be complete by the time you are watching this video. It's a transfer that to some may seem like it's come out the blue, and yet Manchester United, as I revealed in March, had actually inquired last summer and in January. Chelsea had said not for sale both times. Some of the reason why, particularly earlier this year, was because Liam Rosenior, who had Santos at Strasbourg, was in charge and he didn't want to let the player go, and he was getting minutes for Chelsea. But Santos wants to play more regularly, and Chelsea are now prepared to sanction an exit. And although Santos at Strasbourg was utilised as an 8 and sometimes got into the 10 position, Manchester United view him as a 6. And it was really interesting because when I was here in Brazil, I was speaking to a lot of journalists around the national team, and many of them told me that the belief within Brazil is that Santos can fill the shoes left by Casemiro and become Brazil's number 6. So some Manchester United fans that I've asked are a little bit underwhelmed, but don't forget there will be another midfielder to arrive as well, and a fair few Chelsea fans are quite disappointed by this exit. So Andre Santos from Chelsea to Manchester United, £48 million and £2 million in add-ons, and the expectation is that it is a 5-year deal. Darlow has also joined Manchester United. It's still to be formalised, but there's an agreement in principle in place with the player, and that will be a free transfer. Leeds United had tried to extend the contract of the player, but Darlow has picked Manchester United. Onana has already gone on loan to Turkey, and Bayındır is expected to depart. So Manchester United moving quickly to get Darlow as a backup goalkeeper to Sene Lammens on a free transfer. Let's move on to midfielders. We've updated you in the past about Alex Scott. We'll keep you posted if there's any developments there. Manchester United, Manchester City and Arsenal have all made recent inquiries to Bournemouth. Bournemouth still insists the player is not for sale. Their valuation is £80 million, and Bournemouth wants Scott to sign a new deal with a release clause, but they're also content, if nothing happens, just to take another year off Scott's contract. So let's see whether we get any breakthrough or clarity. I know from Bournemouth sources they would like to get Scott to come out and say he's staying sooner rather than later, so this potential saga doesn't bleed into the new season. As far as Bouhaddi, the excellent Moroccan midfielder, is concerned, my information is that Lille are prepared to sell for €100 million for an instant transfer, or €80 million for a pre-agreement or loan back that will see the player stay at Lille for another year and then end up going instead in summer 2027. So a discount for clubs that are willing to send Bouhaddi back to Lille for a further season. Manchester City are seriously considering that particular formula. Manchester United are there as well, having made an inquiry, and I'm also told that Bayern are amongst the interested parties. Chelsea also appreciate the player too, so we should get movements once Morocco's excellent World Cup campaign is over. And from Arsenal's perspective, they've looked at Bouhaddi and might be willing to sign a young midfielder, but the main focus at the moment for Arsenal is Bruno Guimaraes. And here's the latest information on that particular transfer saga. Firstly, as The Athletic revealed yesterday, Guimaraes has informed Newcastle United that he would like to move to Arsenal. Now, I don't think we're in Alexander Isak territory here, where the player is going to refuse to return or be part of pre-season. It's far more respectful, because Guimaraes has an excellent relationship with Newcastle United as a football club and a fan base, but he has respectfully told the club he would like the move. My understanding is broad terms with Arsenal are already in place. Now, Newcastle United's stance is not for sale, and they deny any direct formal contact. So everything so far has either been via intermediaries or high-profile agents that have got a mandate for the deal. But that's expected to change soon. The last verbal offer, not made directly to Newcastle, was approaching £65 million, and Newcastle sources insist it will have to be significantly higher than that number, maybe even up to 20 million more to even start a conversation. And yet again, Newcastle are still hoping that the not for sale stance holds and that Bruno Guimaraes decides to stay. But as of now, Arsenal are drawing some optimism because the player has said to them and to Newcastle United that he'd like the move. A lot of people ask me about Manchester United as well. They did hold a meeting with the player camp maybe 2 months ago, but that's as far as things have gone for now. And it appears like Manchester United are more inclined to move for Alex Scott as it stands. They've got Carlos Baleba on their list. Sander Berg is another option. So let's see what Manchester United decide to do. But my information remains, along with Andrés Santos, Manchester United will sign another midfielder. A couple more things to note, an exclusive that we revealed a couple of hours ago, and that's that along with Leeds United, now Fulham and Crystal Palace have both entered the race for Shea Charles. Leeds United have had 2 bids rejected. The highest wasn't quite at 25 million, but it was approaching with add-ons that number, and Southampton made it clear that the valuation was not met, and there's a big gulf in valuation as it stands. So Leeds can't be discounted, but now it seems Southampton have got a bidding war, and Fulham and Crystal Palace are 2 other clubs to keep a really close eye on. We've had a couple of other done deals this morning. One is Callum Wilson joining Brentford on a free transfer, and that is a 1-year contract. For all the latest transfer news, and don't forget to follow us here on YouTube and on air as well. The window is hotting up and so is the World Cup as well. But for now, from myself, Ben Jacobs, thanks for watching.